Tuesday to the Ungovernables, the Captain's Crew, the LFA family, McGroy Nation, coming live from the deep red state of Tennessee on rumble.com/LFA TV. Welcome to Ungoverned. Happy Tuesday. You know what today is? What today is? I'll tell you what today is. Today is a great day to round up more people who should not be in our country, more people who came into our country illegally, and send them to Alligator Alcatraz. I think that's a great thing to do. I think you know what? Every day's a great day to do that. It gets people very mad on social media when you say things like that. And I'm just like, you know what would be a great thing to do? Just raid a restaurant where there's illegals. They're like, oh my gosh, now you want to go to restaurants? Like, no, I just want to make you upset. Go find some of these people who should not be here and just send them to Alligator Alcatraz. I'm all about it. I'm all about it. I think it's one of the funniest ways to trigger people online is to just talk about deportations. Because everyone wants to act like it's so inhumane. Like, no, they got a bed to sleep on. They get a bathroom over in the Alligator. Of course, Debbie Wasserman Schultz exposed herself a couple days ago. I was going to play that one yesterday, but I'm going to play it today instead because we're going to be doing a lot of deportation stuff. But the overall feeling about deportations has not changed, right? All of them. No exceptions. Every last one. If you came into the country illegally, you got to go. I say the more the merrier, right? The more the merrier. Give some of those people in Alligator Alcatraz some company, some companions, and let's keep ratcheting up the deportations. We passed the big beautiful bill. There was hundreds of billions of dollars that were in there for ICE funding. Ratchet up the deportations and get this country cleaned up. No exceptions. Now, we're going to get to a lot of deportation stuff today. Did you see this on Truth Social this morning? Donald Trump with a little announcement about Shifty Adam Schiff. Apparently, just like Sasquatch, right? Letitia James. Apparently, just like Sasquatch, Letitia James. See? Right there? That's Letitia James. Looks just like Sasquatch.
The Squatch.
Apparently, Adam Schiff may have committed mortgage fraud. Trump says, I've always suspected Shifty Adam Schiff was a scam artist. And now I learned that Fannie Mae's Financial Crimes Division have concluded that Adam Schiff has engaged in a sustained pattern of possible mortgage fraud. Adam Schiff said that his primary residence was in Maryland. Oh, he's just another Maryland man, huh? To get a cheaper mortgage and rip off America when he must live in California because he was a congressman from California. I always knew Adam Schiff was a crook. The fraud began with the refinance of his Maryland property on February 6, 2009 and continued through multiple transactions until the Maryland property was correctly designated as a second home on October 13, 2020. Mortgage fraud is very serious, and crooked Adam Schiff, now a senator, needs to be brought to justice. No worries, Don. I'm sure Pam Bondi will handle it. That's your girl, right? She's doing a fantastic job after all, right, Mr. President? Stupid post that was on Truth. So fantastic. Don't lie to me. That's the one thing that really gets me upset was that ridiculous post. She's doing a great job. Oh, is she? Care to tell me how? Okay. While you're insulting the good people who are working for you to take that bimbo's, take her side. Unbelievable. I don't understand it, but whatever. You know what? If there's one thing he doesn't know how to do well, it's pick an attorney general. Everything else, fine. Tariffs are working. Inflation is lower. Ratchet up the deportations, but the AG pick, you just can't seem to do it. That's all right. All right, we will get to that. So Schiff, mortgage fraud. You just got to hope that case doesn't hit Pam Bondi's desk because as soon as it goes there, it's the Bermuda Triangle. Then we'll hear that there is no case. So,
Mighty Steph, do you remember meeting her?
Mm-hmm.
She's in the chat. She said hello.
We met Mighty Steph at the Wilson County GOP picnic.
Yes.
Which was a great time over the weekend.
It's always so fun, like when you can put a name and a face together.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's right. So there we go. Here we go. I've got quite the story with the deportation. So I'm going to go with because I have to do stories that make me happy. Because I see nothing. But by the way, X has turned into a negative. Like, it's very, very hostile.
Oh, I stay off X.
I'm probably going to back away for the next couple of days. It's just hostile. Everyone's yelling at each other. And not like normal yelling, like Misfit Patriot yelling at people. Like, it's everybody is yelling at each other. I'm like, today's a great day to do deportations. And we get, yeah, but the Epstein file. Like, we're going to just go outside, touch grass. I'm going to go kill some more ants or something today. I don't know what to do.
No.
go wipe out a wasp nest.
Stuff.
Well, we're going to go wipe out a wasp nest. You know what I mean?
Well, you can just take a walk.
No. Because that just make me sweaty and angry. All right, we got stories about deported taco time. We got a taco shop in Arizona. Someone said, yeah, they didn't really hide that one. Was raided, so that's a fun one. An update on some of the illegals that ICE arrested. Illegal aliens are being given only 6 hours of notice before being deported to a third world country, according to third party country. Some of them are third world countries, though.
America's turning into a third world.
You know what? I'll tell you what. But they're only getting 6 hours notice now, according to a new ICE memo. Donald Trump is furious at Vladimir Putin. We'll get to that. And an updated story. Remember when there was a story last year that broke that the 9/11 terrorists were getting plea deals and we're avoiding the death penalty? That's apparently off the table now, so that's a good thing. I say kill them. Kill the terrorists. And I don't care who's in here who wants to talk about Tower 7 and jet fuel can't melt metal, and all of a sudden everybody is a scientist. Just kill the terrorists, okay? Kill them. I'm fine with those guys. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, kill him. I have no problem with him dying. Kill him. What if he wasn't responsible for it? I still don't care. He still hates me. Kill him. Just off him. That's it. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. No love lost between me and an Al-Qaeda guy. Kill the guy. I have no problem with it. And the Supreme Court is allowing Trump to gut the Department of Education. Anybody has an issue with me saying kill terrorists, feel free to, that's fine.
There's a lot of killing going on.
Yeah, because what happens when you're on social media and you get people who won't shut up about, I'm not going to say it's trivial, but it's annoying. It's petulant, right? Like, I'm not holding the Epstein files back. Leave me alone. Okay, let's get to a word from our friends over at OFP Farms. It's Christmas in July. Break out the holiday cheer, as they say, as I'm talking about taking the lives of terrorists, because they don't, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, who cares? I don't want to pay for this guy to keep eating food in our prisons.
Winky's loving your attitude today.
That's it. The attitude's in. By the way, we can do a little. We can put the seatbelt sign on. I have no problem with that. We'll do that a little later, though. Christmas in July, because it's Christmas in July. We don't need to buckle up for this. It's a smooth ride. Christmas in July at OFP Farms, OFPFarms.com, OFPFarms.com. Promo code Sean for 35% off. Take a look.
Hey, y'all. Celebrate Christmas in July with a sale from OFP Farms. Goat milk soap so creamy you'd think the goats were bottling pure American spirit. Even Uncle Sam can't help but tip his hat at the scent of freedom. Don't wait. Deck your star-spangled halls now with 35% off. Stock up on our rich patriotic goat milk soaps, lotions, and lip balms. Or treat someone special with one of our famous gift sets. Because this sale ensures that you'll be sparkling brighter than the fireworks on the 4th. So, saddle up and treat yourself to a sudsy salute to the red, white, and bleak. Visit OFP Farms, where every wash is a celebration of American grit and goat glamour. Yeehaw.
That is OFPFarms.com. Use the promo code Sean for 35% off. OFPFarms.com. Christmas in July. They put together also, by the way, relief boxes for the Texas families who were impacted by all that horrible flooding, that tragic situation, Camp Mystic. If you would like to donate, please see the listing on the website at OFPFarms.com. Your contributions can help provide essential supplies like soap, lotions, and essential hygiene products to everybody in need in Texas. Every donation, no matter the size, makes a difference in supporting the families as they navigate through the challenging times that are ahead of them. We thank you in advance for your generosity and compassion. OFPFarms.com, OFPFarms.com. Folks, the donations, by the way, are going to be ending this weekend. So an update from OFP Farms. They want to say thank you to everybody who has donated thus far and everybody who's going to donate in the future. They sent a round of boxes over the course of the last couple of days, and we'll be sending another round later this week. They would not be able to do this. Without you. So please, before the donation period ends, go to OFPFarms.com And check out the listing on the website to donate and help provide relief to those families in Texas who are dealing with an unbelievable tragedy. OFPfarms.com, and the 35% off discount also ends this weekend as well. So get in while the getting's good, right? Get in while the getting's good. All right, we're going to get to this taco shop thing because it's really fun. I was reading this last night and I was going, an illegal alien really chose a taco shop to hire more illegal aliens? Like, why don't you just put like a big neon sign that says, ay, 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 illegals are working aquí, right? Like,
Taco time.
Taco time.
Taco time.
By the way,
funny story.
I want to tell you this story
This
about
is
taco
great.
time. So we had our roof done last week on Wednesday, and I was on my way back from Michael Patrick Leahy. And, the Tennessee bonus hour, Brennan stayed home with the cats because it was loud. And she thought she heard me coming in and thought because I said I was going to make tacos.
An ongoing joke we have is we say taco time.
Taco time.
A lot.
All the time. Right?
lot.
It's just one of those things. So I was going to make tacos that night because I make, really good tacos.
And he called me on the way home and said, I'm going to stop and get
I'm going to stop and get
stuff.
taco stuff. Everything's good. So she thought she heard me coming into the door and saying taco time.
Taco time. So
But
I had a cat on me and I knew there was a stick in the door. So I was
Right.
like, oh gosh, Clover, let me get up. I got to go let Sean in. And I paused for a second to listen for more rustling, like, him coming in the door trying to. And he wasn't there. No one was coming in the door.
Nobody was saying taco time, but what happened was
yes, they were.
somebody, doing the roof obviously was saying something that sounded like taco time.
They were saying taco time.
Then
and it was great.
I'll give you another story real quick. This is funny stuff. Clover was watching them on the front porch, avoiding a rainstorm, and they were speaking Spanish, and a lot of Spanish. And Clover doesn't know Spanish. So she stood there listening to this, and she was looking at them and going,
Head was going upside down.
she almost broke her neck. She was like, what are these noises these people, ay, ay, ay. And I'm like, all right, cool. My cat,
it was so funny.
my cat is racist. I love it. All right, we're going to get to this taco story in a minute. Before we do that, I want to talk to you about My Patriot Supply, mypatriotsupply.com, mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned. Look, the headlines are getting darker and darker by the day, aren't they? Everybody's getting negative. There's this weather now that is all over the place, and people were panicking over inflation, which, by the way, is still cooling. People panicking over war. Headlines getting darker and darker by the day. That's the point. Crisis after crisis after crisis, we keep hearing about it. It's like we're one more crisis away from total chaos. That is why I want you to go over to mypatriotsupply.com and take a step that many people always say that, hey, we're going to do it, we're going to do it, we're going to do it. But then they don't do it, and then a crisis happens, and they're not prepared. Go get your 3-month emergency food kit from mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned. It's a 3-month emergency food kit. mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned. It's a company that many people personally trust, and the 3-month kit is their bestseller for a reason. It gives you over 2,000 calories per day for 3 full months with meals that will last up to 25 years. Right now, My Patriot Supply is offering an exclusive deal on this 3-month emergency food kit just for our listeners, but it's not going to last very long. So get in while the getting's good. Do not wait until the next crisis hits and the shelves are bare. Go to mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned. That's mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned and grab your 3-month emergency food kit today. With lightning fast free shipping, faster than Amazon, by the way. It will be at your door in just 2 to 3 days. Actual 2 to 3 days, not 2 days that identify as 5 days. Head to mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned for the peace of mind that your family deserves. mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned. That is mypatriotsupply.com/ungoverned. Okay? Okay. Let's take a sip of tea. Now I know why Jeff Bezos sold off hundreds of millions of dollars of his own company's stock. Because his company sucks.
This man has an ongoing
Thank you. It's an
battle.
ongoing feud.
Yeah.
We're done with Amazon Prime.
No, we're not.
It's
because
over.
I order
It's over.
multiple times a
It's
day.
over. They say, oh, it's coming in 2 days. Oh, yeah? What, 2 identifies as 5 now? Amazon, what's up? All right. Okay. I want to talk about this taco time. This is great. This taco time story is incredible. Again, you probably shouldn't have used a taco restaurant as a way to hide illegal aliens. That's me being a little racist. I'm just going to be completely honest. It's funny and the joke writes itself.
Wait, say it again.
I said you probably shouldn't have used a taco shop
Oh, yeah.
to hide illegal aliens, right?
Or hiding in plain sight.
Yeah, but then there's also,
I bet those were great tacos.
right. They probably were good. Although I'm white, they would call me a gringo. I make good tacos. I make great tacos. I might as well. I'm an honorary Mexican.
I make good Indian food.
I'm an honorary butter chicken. I'm an honorary Mexican. All right, this taco shop in Arizona. Anybody from Arizona in the chat? We stopped doing that. We got to start doing that again. Tell us where you're watching from. Anybody from Arizona in the chat? Trump administration's Homeland Security Investigations Unit has arrested the owner of a Phoenix-based taco restaurant for employing and allegedly smuggling illegal aliens. Vladimir Angulo Aldeves, a 42-year-old illegal alien himself, was arrested on Tuesday and hit with multiple federal charges, including harboring illegal aliens, employing unauthorized workers, and illegal possession of firearms as part of Operation Take Back America, according to Arizona's family. Angulo, who runs the popular taqueria El Taco Loco, the Crazy Taco, on 67th Avenue and Indian School Road, along with a mobile taco shelter and taco bus, that's a lot of tacos, was found to have housed and employed at least 12 illegal aliens at his properties in Levine and Maricopa. Federal agents raided Angulo's homes and businesses and found 3 firearms, hundreds of rounds of ammunition, and a network of foreign nationals reportedly smuggled into the country and working under the table. Marjorie Taylor Greene worked under that was the desk, not the table. Several of the workers told federal agents that Angulo personally arranged or financed their illegal entry, charging them up to $12,000 per person to be paid off through cash or indentured labor. There it is again. We're back to indentured servitude. I smuggle you into the country, man. You work for free. Come on, guys. If you can't see that this illegal alien stuff is literally modern day slavery, I don't know what else to show you, but I do want to show you this video, news coverage of the crazy Taco Loco, man. The Taco Loco raid that took place in Arizona. Enjoy this and watch this. This made me smile.
It's rather unusual for El Taco Loco, a taco shop near 67th Avenue.
Stop. I can't. It's rather unusual for El Taco Loco, the crazy taco, to be empty. Well, it's not unusual when ICE is taking all the people who shouldn't be in El Taco Loco and sending them back to another country. Here, watch again.
It's rather unusual for El Taco Loco, a taco shop near 67th Avenue and Indian School, to have their doors locked on the outside and an empty dining room on the inside. The West Valley Taco Joint.
Hold on. You know what? I want to point out one more thing. Can I point out one more thing? I'm going to point out. You know how they always go, oh my gosh, the caricatures of people on the brands are racist, like the Cleveland Indians and Aunt Jemima. Can you look at the logo for El Taco Loco for a second?
For El Taco Loco, a taco shop near 67th Avenue.
Look at that. That's a Mexican.
That's a bandito.
Look at that guy. That's if a white person owned that business, they'd be out there. That's racist. That's an illegal alien who owns that business, and apparently he's cutting up something with a chainsaw. El Taco Loco. I never want to hear about Aunt Jemima again. Did you see the ay with the sombrero? I don't want to hear about it no more. That Mexican guy made a caricature of himself at the Crazy Taco. Okay, here we go. Finally, I will play the full video, I promise, uninterrupted. Taco time.
It's rather unusual for El Taco Loco, a taco shop near 67th Avenue and Indian School, to have their doors locked on the outside and an empty dining room on the inside. The West Valley Taco Joint also operates a bus in Goodyear and a food truck in Southwest Phoenix. Here at 55th Avenue and Baseline is where El Taco Loco's food truck typically stands. People in this area tell us this has really been a food truck staple of the South Phoenix area. People believe it may have been seized yesterday as part of a federal investigation, and because of that, it is not here today. Tuesday afternoon, people in the South Phoenix area started posting videos on TikTok showing federal agents with HSI and ICE taking workers out of the food truck in handcuffs. And just a mile down the road, the home belonging to the taco shop's owner, Vladimir Angulo, also flooded with federal agents. It's one of 5 locations where HSI and ICE were investigating allegations of human smuggling and harboring of illegal immigrants. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Arizona tells 12 News Angulo is in federal custody, awaiting charges related to this case. At previous stops here in the Valley, President Trump's border czar Tom Homan warned these kind of arrests were coming.
If you knowingly harbor and conceal an illegal alien from ICE, that is a felony, and there will be consequences. Now, let me make it clear. The governor says I don't have the authority to do that. Well, no, I'm not a U.S. attorney, but U.S. attorney certainly does. And we'll ask for prosecution.
El Taco Loco. Adios, amigos. Afuera! Afuera. How about that? How about that? So, did you enjoy that? Did you guys enjoy that? Brennan was laughing all the way through it.
Oh, I was cackling back here.
She sounded like Kamala Harris. It was great. It was actually great. There's more from this story, by the way. This illegal alien. I don't even know how the hell he got a business as an illegal alien. But despite being previously deported in 2021, Angulo admitted he illegally re-entered the U.S. just a few months later. That's a felony, by the way. You know what that's called? Felony re-entry. So he came into the country without permission, was deported, and then came back. Now he's got firearms. That's a felony. So I don't want to hear that we're not arresting criminals. That's a criminal. By the way, human smuggling, crime. Yep. Helping other illegal aliens into the country, crime. Knowingly employing illegal aliens, crime. And did you hear again the agreement that the owner, El Jefe of El Taco Loco, the boss, right, that he had with these other people, the Jefe, the manager, said several of the workers said.
Wait,
Several of the workers said that Angulo, El Jefe.
Doesn't that mean fat cow?
What? Angulo means fat cow?
Jefe?
Oh, I don't know.
Heifer?
But I know El Jefe means the boss, I think. Either that or it means fat cow, or both. Several of the workers told federal agents that Angulo, El Jefe, El Manager, right? The big kahuna, personally arranged or financed their illegal entry into the country, charging them up to $12,000 per person to be paid off through cash or indentured labor. So before any leftists start bitching about, oh my gosh, ICE raided a taco shop. It's just a crazy taco. Justice for El Taco Loco. The owner of El Taco Loco smuggled people into the country, charged them up to $12,000 per person per entry, and then made them work to pay off their debt. This is slavery. Indentured servitude, what if you want to call it that? Sharecropping, same deal. You owe a debt and you pay it off through services. Who is determining when the $12,000 threshold is met? El Jefe? Right? Mr. Angulo, who's smuggling people into the country and shouldn't be here in the first place? This is one of the best stories, because this is why, you see this? This is why I was against any of those exemptions that, Brooke Rollins was pushing for in the restaurant hospitality business, because you have examples like this where they don't deserve an exemption. And I'm happy to see ICE go in there and round up. There were 12 illegals. Some of them were living with this guy. He smuggled them in. They're telling federal agents he charged us to smuggle us in and then made us work to pay off the debt. This is some really evil stuff. Well, anyway, El Taco Loco is a thing of the past. Adios, amigos, right? The game is over.
That's okay, because Jason King says he's going to make a Nacho Mama's food truck.
He's going to make a Nacho Mama's.
So that'll just replace the crazy taco.
I mean, I have an idea for when Five Guys gets out of control, but I can't divulge with everybody.
Yeah.
But it will put them out of business. And I'm just waiting for my time to strike. Okay? Five Guys, very expensive. I've got it. And it'll be Make America Healthy Again friendly.
Again.
Because we will...
Yeah,
we're going to be using
He's
tallow.
Not been doing
I have been taking some time off in July. Okay. I don't know where he's been. Okay, here we go. Let's move on. But it was a big Make America Healthy Again win yesterday with Dr. Kirk Moore, right? With the we got that update from Ed and Matt from Died Suddenly, the doctor who destroyed all the COVID vaccines and injected people with saline instead.
Well, now they're letting appeal go all over the place.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's the stuff that doesn't let your
heard
food go
appeal?
bad. That's the stuff that doesn't let your food go bad. I'm sure that's
all
great
the
for your...
crazy things on it are going to kill us.
I'm sure that's right. That's why, you know what? So there's all this appeal on all your food. You need armor colostrum to counteract
That's right.
all that so that your gut stays
look
healthy.
like Dylan.
Right. So you look like Dylan.
Yeah.
Dylan's skin. I haven't heard back from... I'm not sure if Dylan appreciates that we say that he glows, but it's nice, right?
Dylan,
no, it's not going to be...
Everyone wants to glow.
It is not Six Guys sauce.
No.
It's something different. It's better. It's genius.
6 guys.
It's really genius. It's actually, it'll put them out of business, but I can't divulge it because I don't want anybody to steal. Nobody's got it, but it has to happen in Tennessee. Yeah. Okay. Speaking of deportations, I say the more the merrier, right? Look, you will not get an ounce of sympathy from me for any of these people that get deported. But, Sean, what if it was a family? Okay, why is the family here? How about instead of asking me, do you feel bad for these people? How about you ask yourself first, before you ask me if I feel bad, should they be here? Is that a good place to start, right? So we can make like a flow chart. I wish I had like a whiteboard behind me, right? Or this would be it'd be good if it was like a smart board, right, where I could draw on it and be like, okay, so trying to go. So if this was a flow chart, we would start like right here. And then the first question would be, should the illegal alien be here? If the answer is no, we go all the way down to the bottom where it says, deport the mother, right? That's it, gone.
I like that.
If the answer is yes or maybe, we can come over to, do you feel bad, blah, 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 blah. Okay, maybe I'll draw the flow chart and I'll put it on the backdrop, for a little bit. All right, and we can go through this and we can make a little video of, here's how I feel about everybody who gets deported. If you're not supposed to be here, right? Trading Places, that scene, Eddie Murphy, get the out, right? Right, whenever there's a party in his house, the Persian rug, who put their cools out on the floor, right? I mean, that's what it is. If you're not supposed to be in our country, get the out, right? The fire truck starts with F, ends in uck. It's fire truck, you crazy people. Get your minds out of the gutter. Dirty mouths. Yeah. All you with the dirty, guys, all you with the dirty mouths. Okay. All right? But ICE arrested apparently some of these just nasty people, right? And this is why, again, I am in support of all of these deportations. Every last one of these deportations. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, baby. Dun, 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 have arrested what officials are calling monstrous illegal aliens convicted of sex crimes, most against children, across the United States over the weekend. Quote, over the weekend, our brave ICE agents arrested monstrous illegal aliens convicted of heinous crimes, including the rape of a child, sexual assault, and possession of child pornography. ICE is putting their lives on the line to keep America's children and families safe, the Department of Homeland Security's Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement. Yet, they are now facing a nearly 700% increase in assaults against them as gutter politicians attempt to attack and demonize our brave law enforcement. This is sick. We will only double down in getting these dangerous criminals off of our streets. Also arrested by ICE is illegal alien Edwin Gomez Cervantes of Guatemala, who has been convicted of sexual abuse of a minor in Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Just another Maryland man, I'm sure. Sergio Guerrero Galvan, an illegal alien from Mexico, who was similarly arrested in Travis County, Texas, after he had been convicted of aggravated sexual assault of a child. Juan Hernan Caramena Cuevas, a 32-year-old illegal alien from Mexico, was arrested near Salt Lake City, Utah, after having been convicted of child abuse and or injury to a child. ICE agents in Hagerstown, Maryland, arrested Rodrigo Alexander Gomez Ventura, that's a mouthful, an illegal alien from El Salvador who has been convicted of possession of child pornography. In Houston, Texas, ICE agents arrested illegal alien Hugo Sanchez Benitez of Mexico, who has been convicted of aggravated sexual assault. But yet you have leftists and idiots who want these people to remain in our country because they're just here looking for a better life. Cool. Let them live with you. Deal?
Deal. It's disgusting.
Deal or no deal, Howie? No deal. Okay. No, I don't want them even living with Democrats. I want them out. Out. Afuera. Out. Go to jail or go to Alligator Alcatraz. When we get on the other side of this break, we're going to do more deportation stuff. Okay. I want to play a clip of Tom Homan talking about that pot farm and also the search for those 300,000 missing children. Apparently a large chunk of them have been found. Before we do that, I would like to get to a word from our friends over at Silent. That is slnt.com, slnt.com/Sean, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. This is Silent right here. Take back your privacy. Between the government, big tech, corporate America, and criminals, the hardest working people in the world are criminals. You believe that? You know how hard criminals work? They work so hard to commit the crime and hide the crime. If they would just put all that effort into doing something useful, they'd be billionaires. Yep. Millionaires and billionaires. Between the government, big tech, corporate America, and criminals, your privacy is compromised 24/7. There's no other option. You've got to protect yourself, and that starts with silent. Go silent today. Silence Faraday products block all incoming and outgoing signals so that your devices are invisible and safe from the outside world. From their backpacks, phone sleeves, and even pants, patented signal blocking technology blocks wireless signals, giving you peace of mind that your data does not end up in the wrong hands. Just place your device inside it, close it up, and that's all you've got to do. You are safeguarded from unauthorized access. In addition to stopping people from hacking you and tracking you, it does stop all signals, inbound and outbound, and it blocks that radiation that's coming off of your device. You know, we don't know what the long-term effects are going to be of having this thing on top of us all the time. So you wear those Faraday pants, it blocks the radiation from getting all over you. It's a nice way for you, the Make America Healthy Again movement, right, to take advantage of this amazing technology. Go silent today at slnt.com/Sean, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. It's my name, spell it correctly. To save 15% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. This stuff is amazing. It can help protect you from tracking, hacking, radiation, and signal infiltration. Stay ahead of what is coming and secure your privacy today. Again, go to silent, slnt.com/Sean for 15% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. That is silent, slnt.com/Sean, Sierra Hotel Alpha Whiskey November. Silent, slnt.com/Sean for 15% off and free shipping on qualifying orders. Papa Lee 328 says, Sean, besides Trump, you do a good Bernie. Thank you. You are the problem if you are making billions of dollars in our country. 15. By the way, to Bernie Sanders and these crazy leftists, you know, the $15 an hour minimum wage. Are the illegal aliens on that pot farm in California, are they getting $15 an hour? You know, the minimum wage in California is $16.50 an hour. That's their minimum wage. Nice, right? Were any of the illegals on that farm getting $16.50 an hour? I don't think so. I don't think so. Were they getting a fair wage? I thought the left was the party of fair wages for all, right? I guess not.
No, the children that were there were probably getting Lopez's taquito for paying.
Oh my gosh. You know what? We are going to open a taco shop. And we're going to name them after all the absurd names that the illegals have been arrested. You know, so we'll have like the Lopez, which is like a double taco. We'll have the El Jefe, which is a huge burrito. You know, I have an idea. That's good. Okay. Jason King, let's open up. Jason's supposed to be, you know, he's in Indiana, right? He's going to have to move to Tennessee. We're going to have to open Nacho Mama's Taco Shop. That was Italian. All right. I want to get to this. Tom Homan. This story about children, the children that were working on that pot farm, and of course the children that went missing under the Biden regime. Tom Homan gave a little update here, so take a look at this.
Unbelievable that the Democrats are not on board. When you look at this raid, there were 10 juveniles that were illegally brought across the border. You and I covered this under the Biden administration. I was down in Texas. We encountered 8, 10-year-old, 12-year-olds coming across with just a name and an address and a phone number on their necks, the cartel ruthlessly sending them across. And yet now we know that 10 of them, 8 of which were unaccompanied minors working illegally in a marijuana farm, and your agents go in and rescue them essentially, and yet there is violent resistance to that. Does that upset you?
It certainly upsets me, and like I said, you know, the work men and women of ICE are doing is incredible. Look, we're looking for over 300,000 missing children. We've already found 10,000. Have you heard that anywhere? No, the media is simply not covering it. And look, this should be a nonpartisan issue. Arresting public safety threats and national security threats, everybody be all the same page on that. Rescuing children, I mean, it should be a nonpartisan issue. Everybody should be in lockstep on that, but they're not. The media's lying. The Democrats they don't want President Trump to be successful. I got news for them. We are being successful. Every illegal alien public safety threat we arrest makes this country safer. Every national security threat we take off the street and deport makes us safer. And we're rescuing thousands of children. The lives saved every day by ICE, the lives saved every day by Border Patrol, are in the hundreds. So it's the only thing I can think of, Griff, if they hate President Trump more than they love their community. They hate President Trump more than they want, safe communities. And there's just no other excuse why this is not, why this has become a partisan issue to take public safety threats off the street.
10,000 of the 300,000 missing children is a small number, but it's better than not finding those 10,000 children have been rescued, according to border czar Tom Homan. And by the way, that is a border czar that is actually doing his job. This is also another funny story as we talk about deportations, which was my number one reason for voting for Donald Trump and supporting Donald Trump since 2016, by the way, was build a wall, shut down the border. I was getting tired of seeing, the country being infiltrated, not even necessarily by bad people, just watching the country bend over backwards to accommodate people that are coming across the border, whether it's the official language barriers, etc. I was like, no, I'm not really feeling it right now. And it was racist to say it back then. Now it's mainstream to say it, which is nice. It took 10 years to get that into the mainstream, but it's here now, and people support deportations. Illegals now, the Supreme Court said that illegal aliens can be deported to a third-party country. An ICE memo has been circulating that says they only need to give them 6 hours. So 6 a.m., hey, you're getting deported to South Sudan. Noon, you're out of there. That's it. Look, the left again is going to make a huge fit, a big stink over this. Oh my gosh, you can't just send them somewhere else. Well, the Supreme Court said, A, that they can be sent somewhere else, and B, you know what? If we're not going to send them to another country, we got Alligator Alcatraz out there in Florida. And here is Debbie Wasserman Schultz. She was one of the higher ups. I think she actually ran the DNC for a period of time during the Hillary Clinton presidential run in 2016. Debbie Wasserman Schultz just freaking out about the conditions at Alligator Alcatraz. Debbie, it is a prison. It is a detention facility. It is not supposed to be the Roosevelt Hotel up in New York City. It is not supposed to be the Taj Mahal. It is not supposed to be a 5-star hotel or an Airbnb that you got a sick deal on. That's a nice furnished home. It is a detention facility that people are going to be sent to if they came into this country illegally. And it is a very tough place to escape, hence the name Alligator Alcatraz, because it's in the middle of the Everglades and it's surrounded by animals that want to eat you. Okay? Here is Debbie Wasserman Schultz freaking out about the conditions, and listen to the way she essentially exposes herself here. This just shows you she's not one of us. She's not a person of the people. Listen.
They essentially drink, they get their drinking water, and they brush their teeth, where they poop in the same unit. They bragged that they went above standards, supposedly, and gave them a 3-foot privacy wall that stretches the length inside the 32 detainee cage. A 3-foot privacy wall that...
Yeah, the audio and visual was out of sync there, but you hear what she said. Oh my gosh, they brush their teeth where they poop. All right.
Like, that's just a bathroom.
I was going to say, there's a word for that. It's a bathroom. Now, just outside of this door is one of our bathrooms. The sink is right next to the toilet. I demand reparations. This is unlivable. CJR Taz 54 says, it's called a bathroom, bitch. And business professor says, she said poop.
She did.
She did. I laughed. She did say poop. It's a funny word. I don't care how old you are and how big the stick is that is wedged up your rear end. The word poop will always be funny. And if it's not, you should be deported too. Debbie Wasserman Schultz freaking out that people are brushing their teeth in the bathroom and also going to the bathroom in the bathroom. Now, one of our bathrooms has a throne room, which is amazing. They call it a water closet.
Yes, we go in there with our pinkies in the air.
We go in there with our pinkies in the air. It's a water closet. But the fact remains that most bathrooms, you see the sink and the toilet are in rather close proximity to one another because it saves on piping. Instead of running pipes all over the place and up and down and all around town, you get this. Sink, toilet, she's acting like this is a terrible thing. Has she never seen a prison? All of the prisons across America have the sink and the toilet on the same unit. I can't believe they have to brush their teeth where they poop. You know what? Here's a great way to not wind up in Alligator Alcatraz. The movie Liar Liar. Mr. Reed, do you have any advice? Stop breaking the law! Right? That's what it's that simple. You know what? If you didn't break into the country illegally, you're not going to wind up there and have to worry about, having these, oh my gosh, these terrible living conditions in alligator agriculture. They said they went above and beyond. They met the standards. Everyone, just about everybody who's watching this, has a bathroom in their home where the sink and the toilet are right there, right next to each other. Emerald is right. Farts are funny too. I agree. I will always laugh at a fart noise and a fart joke. All right, we'll move on from deportations. Donald Trump is mad at Vladimir Putin. I have never seen him this upset with Putin before. Now, obviously, Trump campaigned on ending the Russia-Ukraine war, which was bold, right? A bold thing, because if I'm Vladimir Putin, I'm going to sit there and make sure that, Donald Trump can't do this. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Before we get to that, I want to get to a word from Jeremy Harrell on behalf of purehealthresearch.com, and then we'll get to what Donald Trump said about Putin and a little bit of a switch on the stance, not necessarily a bad thing with regards to Ukraine. But first, a word from purehealthresearch.com.
Hey guys, what's going on? I got an incredible offer here for you from Pure Health Research. This is going to blow your mind. Look, I know so many people out there, especially as we get older, we want to drop a few pounds. We lose a little energy. We lose a little testosterone. We lose a little, estrogen. We just lose as we get older. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to gain, and this message is just for you. Pure Health Research is on a mission to what? Make America healthy again. They are aligned with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s mission, and I'm aligned with that. Their two best-selling health supplements right now that are leading the way is the Liver Health Formula. Over 100 million Americans are sluggish because of a liver that is riddled with fatty deposits. This can kill your metabolism, pile on pounds, make you feel tired, all that. Liver Health Formula will take care of that. It supports your liver health with special nutrients like artichoke extract and milk thistle. This is one of the easiest ways to slim down. Next is the lymph system support. If you struggle with fluid buildup or swelling in your legs, ankles, been there, done that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be for you. The natural ingredient in the lymph system formula helps gently flush extra fluids and toxins out of the body. Right now, you can get a limited time offer, 35% off right now. 35% off by going to purehealthresearch.com and using promo code LFA. That's Pure Health Research right now. Use promo code LFA and you'll get 35% off targeted products. I need something for this. I need something for that. They got it. And I want you to check out the reviews online. They are through the roof. purehealthresearch.com. Promo code LFA.
PureHealthResearch.com, promo code LFA. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Pure Health Research, for being a sponsor of the show. Greatly appreciate it. And check them out, PureHealthResearch.com/LFA. Donald Trump very mad with Vladimir Putin. We're talking about farts in the chat. Tootin' with Putin. Remember Crooked Joe? He was tootin' with Putin. Mm-hmm. Stupid guy, right? You look at Crooked Joe, stupid person, tooting with Putin, making a mess in the Vatican. Here we go. Donald Trump very upset, giving Vladimir Putin 50 days to end the war in Ukraine, or else what? What does Donald Trump love to threaten other countries with in order for him to get his way? Tariffs. I love it. I absolutely love it. By the way, inflation down, revenue up. Tariffs are working. The tariphobes and panicans are punching air. Here is Donald Trump issuing a pretty stern warning to Vladimir Putin yesterday with the NATO General Secretary.
Okay, thank you very much. It's a great honor to have a friend of mine who's become very friendly over the last number of years. We knew each other before, but Mark is the head of NATO, Mark Rutte, Secretary General of NATO. Highly respected by everybody that knows him, but in particular the European countries. They have great reliance on him. And he's done a fantastic job. And we had a tremendous meeting, I guess it's about a month ago. And I think Mark will tell you that it was really perhaps more important, the date of November 5th. That was the election day. Maybe that was the most important because we've made tremendous progress together. And one of the reasons that you're here today is to hear that we are very unhappy, I am, with Russia. But we'll discuss that maybe a different day. But we're very, very unhappy with them, and we're going to be doing very severe tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. Tariffs at about 100%. You'd call them secondary tariffs. You know what that means. But today we're going to talk about something else. And as you know, we've spent $350 billion approximately on this war with Russia and Ukraine, and would like to see it end. It wasn't my war, it was Biden's war. It's not my war. I'm trying to get you out of it. And we want to see it end. And I'm disappointed in President Putin because I thought we would have had a deal 2 months ago, but it doesn't seem to get there. So based on that, we're going to be doing secondary tariffs if we don't have a deal in 50 days. It's very simple. And they'll be at 100%. And that's the way it is. That can be more simple. It's just the way it is. I hope we don't have to.
There it is. Donald Trump threatening 100% tariffs on Russia. I love, they say the way he says China. Everyone loves the way he says China. But I think it's underrated the way he says Russia, right? Russia. I don't know anything about Russia, but I can say Здравствуйте, right? That means hello in Russian. And До свидания, that means goodbye. We're going to say До свидания to the illegal aliens, right? Russia. I think the way he says Russia is nice. It's fun.
It's a good one.
I can't even when I'm speaking normally say it. I can't just be like Russia. I got to be like Russia. It's so much Russia. It kind of sounds like he's coughing when he says it, right? Russia.
So you're running out of breath a little bit.
He's like, right? Now, speaking of the Russia-Ukraine war, we talk about this all the time, and you get a lot of people online who I would say rightly ask the question, why are you okay with sending weapons to Israel and you're not okay with sending weapons to Ukraine, right? So I get that question a lot. And my answer most of the time is, well, the weapons that we send to Israel are usually what? Purchased, right? So they're not freebies. People will come back and they'll say, oh, well, they're bought with our own money. Okay, at least if that is the case and it's a wash, we're breaking even. In other words, we're not manufacturing that, which that has a cost, and then sending it out without receiving anything in return. That's not the case with Israel in many of these cases. They do spend more with us than what we give to them. But Ukraine has been getting freebies for the last 3-4 years, right? Ever since that war started. Apparently that is starting to shift. So I don't want to be involved in the Russia-Ukraine war. That said, Donald Trump wants to end the Russia-Ukraine war. Donald Trump is not happy with Vladimir Putin because of the Russia-Ukraine war. So I'm going to ask you, what is your stance on this? Donald Trump is saying we're going to continue to send defensive weapons to Ukraine. However, unlike what had happened in the past, it's going to be paid for. Listen to this and we'll get your reactions.
We've made a deal today, and I'm going to have Mark speak about it, but we've made a deal today where we are going to be sending them weapons and they're going to be paying for them. The United States will not be having any payment made. We are not buying it, but we will manufacture it and they're going to be paying for it. Our last meeting of a month ago was very successful in that they agreed to 5%, which is more than $1 trillion a year, so they have a lot of money. And these are wealthy nations. They have a lot of money, and they want to do it. They feel very strongly about it, and we feel strongly about it, too. But we're in for a lot of money, and we don't want to do anymore, and we can't. But we make the best, and we're going to be sending the best to NATO, and in some cases to maybe, at Mark's suggestion, if we go to Germany, where they're going to send early on missiles, and they'll be replaced, and NATO is going to take care of it. It's going to be coordinated by NATO, and they're going to work very much with Matt Whitaker, who's right here, who's a great ambassador, and Matt's going to be coordinating. You better do a good job, Matt.
I will.
But Matt's going to coordinate. He's a very talented guy. He's going to coordinate everything.
All right, so rather than sending freebies to Ukraine, it sounds like now that NATO is going to be buying the weapons from the United States, and Ukraine will be doing the same thing as well. Again, is it an ideal situation? Do I want to be embroiled in this? Do I want to have that much of a hand in this? I don't. However, if we're going to, again, so reality is that's not an outcome right now. We can't do that right now, especially Trump promised to end the war. He's got to find a way to leverage this war to stop. So the realism is we're going to be in some way, shape, or form peripherally involved in this Russia-Ukraine conflict because Trump is trying to broker a peace deal, right? That said, rather than sending Ukraine weapons at no cost to Ukraine or NATO, they're at least going to be purchased. I can't say that I support sending the weapons, but I will say if we're going to send the weapons, if they're purchased, I'm much happier with it than if they were freebies. And that's the general sentiment I'm getting from the chat as well, is basically, all right, if we're going to do this, we don't want to do it, but if we're going to do it, at least someone's going to pay for it. I'd rather not do it, but at least someone's going to pay for it. All right, quick word from our friends over at Patriot Mobile. PatriotMobile.com/Farish. It's my last name. PatriotMobile.com/Farish. You've got a lot of choices for cell phone service, don't you? There's new carriers popping up all over the place all the time. But here's the truth. There's only one carrier that boldly stands in the gap for every American that believes that freedom is worth fighting for, and that is Patriot Mobile. The good news is that you can switch to Patriot Mobile today without sacrificing quality or service. If you're worried about coverage, don't be. Patriot Mobile uses all 3 major U.S. networks. If you have service in this country today and you switch to Patriot Mobile tomorrow, you'll have service in this country tomorrow. You'll have as good or even better coverage if you switch to Patriot Mobile. If you think switching is a hassle, it used to be, but not anymore. You can keep your number, you can keep your phone, or you can upgrade. And Patriot Mobile has a 100% U.S.-based team that will get you activated in minutes from the comfort of your own home. If you're stuck in a contract or you owe money on your phones or devices, don't worry about it. Patriot Mobile has a contract buyout program as well. That's how they're winning, folks. That's how we win. By aligning our spending with our values, every dollar that we spend matters. Go to patriotmobile.com/Farish, F-A-R-A-S-H, or call 972-PATRIOT. Use the promo code Farish, F-A-R-A-S-H, and get a free month of service. That is patriotmobile.com/F-A-R-A-S-H for a free month of service. patriotmobile.com/F-A-R-A-S-H, or call 972-PATRIOT. Use the code Farish, F-A-R-A-S-H, for a free month of service. Make the switch today. Get it done. All right, here we go. Winky was looking forward to this the whole time. Okay? Winky was looking forward to this the whole time.
Winky loves to get rowdy.
The Department of Defense, according to this new, when I switch back, the seatbelt sign's probably going to come on again. Oh, no, I turned it off when I was over there. Look at that. Wow, I learned a new trick. Look at that. Okay, cool. The Department of Defense can charge 9/11 terrorist plotters with the death penalty. They can pursue the death penalty. Good. The more dead terrorists, the better. I don't care who takes issue with it. Good. Okay? The Secretary of Defense indisputably had legal authority to withdraw from the agreements, according to an appeals court. Now, the court has ruled that those who carried out the 9/11 attacks can be subject to the death penalty, allowing the Department of Defense to scrap the plea agreement that had protected 3 terrorists involved with the plot from capital punishment. The U.S. Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit ruled that the plea deals were made for terrorists Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, Walid bin Atash, and Mustafa al-Hawsawi in July of 2024. During the Biden administration, they can be rescinded by the Pentagon. The terrorists pled guilty to war crimes in the deal, but they can be voided. Judge Robert Wilkins, appointed by Obama, wrote a 75-page partial dissent in contrast with the majority ruling. Of course he did. Claiming that the opinion for allowing the killing of terrorists was stunning and that he was befuddled over the issue. Befuddle this, okay? Obama judge, we're killing terrorists. That's it. The process to avoid the pleas had originally started under the Biden administration when former Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin declared the agreements void. Quote, effective immediately in the exercise of my authority, I hereby withdraw from the 3 pretrial agreements that you signed on July 31st, 2024. He wrote at the time. A judge initially ruled in December that Austin had not acted quickly enough, but the appeals court has overturned that ruling. Trump administration continued the legal process to see the case through after the president was elected. And now these terrorists can be hit with the death penalty, as they should. I would rather these people be wiped out, 6 feet under, whatever you got to do, however you got to do it, then pay for them to get meals every day and showers every day and housing every day. Absolutely not. We deserve to give no such quarter to our enemies. Kill them. Kill them now. Do it, right? That's what I say. Anybody not want to kill terrorists in here? Does anybody not want to kill terrorists in here? Because in that case, I don't know what's wrong with you. I just, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, the other guy and the other guy whose names I don't remember, kill him. Kill him now. I don't even care how you kill him. I don't even care if it's humane. They took 3,000 Americans in a day, and there are still people who are being impacted by the events of 9/11. Kill him. Kill him now. Do it. Supreme Court also is allowing Donald Trump to gut the Department of Education. Apparently, he's firing like 1,500 people from the Department of Education with Linda McMahon at the helm there, which is, I love it. I think it's great. The stay was granted, 6-3 decision. Justices Sonia Mayor, Ketanji Brown Jackson, and Alina Kagan dissented. 3 justices wrote, when the executive publicly announces its intent to break the law and then executes on that promise, it's the judiciary's duty to check that lawlessness, not expedite it. The U.S. District Court of the District of Massachusetts in May ordered that around 1,400 employees of the Department of Education be reinstated. The Supreme Court overturned that. They overturned that. So now the Department of Education can effectively be gutted through firings, which is great. It is an unconstitutional hellhole that should be gutted and should be done away with. Let the states handle their education. I don't have a problem with that. It's a more efficient way to do it. And it's honestly the way it should be done. Get rid of the Department of Education. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jeremy Harrell coming up next right here on LFA TV for the next 2 hours on rumble.com/LFA TV. If you're watching on Rumble, hit that thumbs up button. If you're watching anywhere else, make sure you're sharing, reposting, replying, commenting, liking. Send this show through the roof in terms of the amount of people it reaches. We greatly appreciate it. Check out the LFA TV store. Click on that LFA TV store tab. You've got the ARC event, the ARC Encounter in Kentucky, Williamstown, Kentucky, in just 11 days. Brennan and I will be there Saturday, July 26th. Looking forward to meeting anybody who's able to come, and hopefully you're sporting your LFA TV merch that you can pick up at the LFA TV store. That's lfatv.us or jeremyharrell.com/store. Can't wait to see you at the ARC Encounter on July 26th, Saturday, July 26th, in a live Rise Up event from 9 a.m. to 12 noon that morning over at the ARC as well. Jeremy Harrell again up next here on rumble.com/LFA TV. Make sure you're following this channel. Hit that thumbs up button before we leave. Make sure you're sharing it with all your friends. Do the same thing if you're watching on X or anywhere else that you are consuming this show. We greatly appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. As President Trump would say, we will never give up, we will never give in, and we will never, ever surrender. And if all else fails, we'll just become ungovernable. Thank you. God bless you. God bless this one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Bang gavel. And thank you for your attention to this matter.